Hello, hello, hello. This is Michael Carlisle. Good morning, everyone. Nice to come again. Your favorite therapist, Lily Louise. We're live. First of all, I just want to say that sorry for the screen. I could not get my picture, the picture I usually show. I couldn't get it to show up, so we're gonna have to deal with this for today. But I'll get it fixed. So, with that being said, you can see the title, Want to Feel Calmer Now? Let's talk about it. So, I'll just be sharing some tips today on how to, just feel calmer now in the moment. So, yes, I'm a therapist, so I will always recommend uh, seeking professional, assistance if you're having a hard time. But these are just some tips that you can just easily use, for the time being or to feel calmer right now moment. So we will be going through those tips. I wanted to come on live. I don't think I have been on live since I think it was Father's Day. So I did do a nice little Father's Day. Showing all the good to my father, and then my brothers, and then I think the post. And when I say this, it started to my mind and not my heart. I did not mention my father-in-law, who is also a great father. So I do not talk to his father. And my brothers and my in-laws, all great fathers, all great fathers. Where is um, misconception comes from that that these men are out here not taking care of business because all the fathers I know are great fathers. Do it all, whatever is going on. Um, so yeah, all great fathers. So I just want to give a shout out to the fathers, even though your dads. But I'm just coming back on live, so I just wanted to, um, get a shout out once again because as we all know, the fathers get, they don't get. I don't think they get praise as they should. And they're showing up. They're showing up, and they're showing out. So, I want to ever, excuse me, I don't want to ever make them think that they're less than because okay. So now that we got that out of the way, we will go into the content in a second. I just wanna, you know, because I haven't talked to you all in a while. How has everyone been? Uh, I know as I'm doing this live, no one really shows up to a live, but by my YouTube uh, analytics, analytics, I think that's pronounced. I can't see that 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 the participants or the viewers do come in afterwards. So, with that being said, moving forward, I am going to start trying to secure some guest speakers. Well, not guest speaker, but just some future. So if you want to come, talk about your business or anything of that nature, long as friendly, of course, because this is pretty much a family friendly show. So um, you come and discuss your business. I don't have any problems with that. So if you would like to do that, just reach out to me. You see my website at the bottom, thevalier.consultingservices.com. And it's my Facebook is the Valier Consulting Services, so you can find me on Facebook under that name. And just reach out and we can set up and you can come and discuss your business. I'm not opposed to that. And also, I also am able to do paid um, on business sites on Facebook, on both of my business sites on Facebook. So if you are also interested in maybe advertising and you wanted to know about some prices, please let me know. I won't quote a huge astronomical price. It will be reasonable. So, if you're interested in doing some advertising of your company through one of my sites, just let me know. We can get the word out all over the United States, all over the world, where you want it to go. We can target your audience. So, if you are interested in that, let me know. Or if you're interested in how to do that, please still please reach out to me. Okay, so like I said, this is gonna be about one and two summer now. But just give me 1 second. I need to turn on my AC. I can hear. So just give me. I'm gonna turn music up a little bit until I come back, and I'll give you maybe about 20, 30 Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right. So, where were we? Okay. So I think I was about to get into the content about wanting to feel calmer now. This particular article that I'm going to discuss today, it is from, I was reading, I have a subscription to Good Housekeeping. So when I get an opportunity, when I have some free time, I like to just, look through the ad. I mean, not the ads, but the articles, and just see, what is going on in the magazine. So as I was glimpsing through this magazine for the June edition, I came across a wonderful article, and it's called 15 Ways to Feel Calmer Now. So this article is by Marissa Cohen, and like I said, it is from Good Housekeeping. So this will, of course, we will have a discussion of the the way to feel calmer, but um, these this was written by Marissa Cohen in Good Housekeeping magazine, June 2022. All right, so I guess I need to get started. I do have a client scheduled for 1 p.m., so I don't have a lot of time. So let's just get right into it. So the number one way that we can feel calmer now is to forgive someone. Just, simple as just forgiving someone. Okay. It says basically, when you forgive someone, I mean, basically, when you're holding on to a grudge, let's start here. When you're holding on to a grudge, a lot of times the person with whom you're holding on to that grudge because you feel they have wronged you in some way, and you just can't move on from it. Most of the times, that person has moved on. They have no recollection of what's going on. So that person is free, right? But you're still holding on to that resentment, to whatever those negative emotions are that are tied to that event. So you're stuck, basically stuck in place. However, if you're able to forgive that person and for that person, and it sounds so cliche, but it's definitely true. So if you're able to forgive that person, and not for them, but just so that you can free yourself, it does want wonders. It has been proven to help you remain calm. Research has shown that it can lower levels of anxiety and stress. So that means just by offering the act of forgiveness, you will be able to lower your levels of anxiety and stress. And if you are needing ways or wanting to forgive someone, but just don't know the first step of doing it, or just don't know how it could be done, please reach out to us, DuvalierConsultingServices.com, and we will go through that and we will talk about how that looks, and we will come up with a plan to help you move on from whatever it is that you feel that that can't be forgiven, but you want to forgive the person or whatever it was, person, place, thing, whatever it was, but you just can't find it in you to do it. So reach out to us. We'll help you with that. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, taking a slow sip of tea. So it says cradling a cup of tea in your hands can make you feel cozy and at peace, and being mindful can boost the benefits. So while you're doing your tea, also basically just being aware, being mindful around you, listening to sounds that you might not have noticed before. Just being mindful of the moment instead of thinking, "Oh, what do I need to do at 2 o'clock?" Like I do all the time. But just being mindful of the moment, just being mindful of that breath you're taking, being mindful that you're here to take the breath, that you're sitting here enjoying your coffee, I mean your tea. Let's see, and just noticing the color of the tea leaves, the shape of the mug, the scent, what the tea tastes like, and how it feels in your body. So just taking, just being fully aware of all of those things that's happening while you're drinking it, not just drinking the tea. The thing about tea, I know I'm a big coffee drinker in the morning. My husband, he was a big recently, I'll say about 3 weeks ago, he switched to with um he switched to tea, and he no longer drinks coffee, which I get it, and I tried to do the tea thing as well, but I must admit I do need the caffeine. I need the extra caffeine that comes with coffee. However, if you are already drinking tea, or if you wanted to, just try drinking tea to just, to see if it helps you with feeling calmer, try it. It might help. But me, I must admit, I am a coffee drinker. I tried to do the tea thing with him. Okay, babe, I'm gonna switch over with you. We're gonna both start drinking tea. That means I no longer have to buy these big containers of coffee, right? I no longer have to buy the creamer because I have to have my zero sugar creamer that's in my coffee, right? So it's a whole process. So I was looking forward to that, but I tried the first morning of tea with him. No, I'm sorry. I have to sit too much coffee, and just the smell of the tea. So I guess if you wasn't a big tea drinker, maybe you could do the coffee because you could basically do the same things. You could smell how the coffee, take in how the coffee smells. You could because and put it in your favorite mug and just think about how the mug fits around your hand, and look at the beautiful colors of your mug. Because me, when I drink my coffee, I have like specialized. Uh, Hold on one second. I just got it. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. I was getting an important text. All right, so yes, when it comes to me drinking my coffee, it's like I have to have my special mug. I don't drink. Well, I prefer not to. Sometimes I don't have a choice, but it's like a whole routine. I fix my coffee. I take in a nice smell of my coffee. I take out my favorite mug. I have about four. I have about four different mugs that I drink my coffee from. So I take out my favorite mug, pour the creamer, and that is zero sugar creamer. Wait for my coffee to finish brewing. Pour in my coffee. Go sit outside. Have my daily devotion. Talk to my Heavenly Father up above. Say my prayers. Just take in the nice smells outside. Let my dogs run around. So that's my whole morning thing that I do with my coffee. But I don't want to get you confused because number two was about taking a slow sip of tea. Okay, so let's move on. All right, I think we might have a guest. Let me see if I can. Let me see. We might have a guest. I'm not sure. Let me just put it in the chat. Um, okay, so I would just want to be prepared just in case. Just in case my guests come. Okay, so let's go to number three. Number three is going to be getting that worrisome thing checked out. So I know that could entail a lot. So, for example, it says here, that mole, pain, or bump you've been telling yourself it's nothing, and you're probably right, but that you're not 100% sure about. So these type of things they can right. So for example, like what they're seeing, a mole, paint up, um, it could actually start to stress you out, even though it may not be anything, or it may be. But the thing about it, if you're not going to a professional to see what's going on, it could literally stress you out, right? And the thing about it, if it's not anything, right? If it's okay and it checks out, that's good. At least now you can move on and you're no longer stressed over that. But what if it is? What if it is something, right? But the longer you continue to wait, it makes it become uncontrollable, if you understand what I'm saying. So, what about if you just go get it checked out, whatever it is, whether it's a pain, bump, mole, what, whatever it is that's hurting you physically, right? Go get it checked out because that's the thing. If it is something and you and time is constantly passing, it's gonna make it harder to, well, I can't say that for sure, but more than likely, if it's something serious, time is going on, and it's probably going to get worse and worse. Now, sometimes, don't get me wrong, things heal themselves. But if something is going on with your body, or you see you're having these constant pains, or you see a mole that once was just a small mole, now it's growing in size, you know, just go get it checked out, just so you, because you have to keep, you have to make sure your physical health is worth more than money, right? Because it doesn't matter how much money you have if you don't have to continue to have a nice quality of life. What are we really talking about here, right? So, yes, so that's number three. And then just so you can take the worry off your plate, because it's either you're getting it checked out and it's nothing at all, or you get it checked out and it is something, but you can start to take care of it, because if something is not too far gone in today's society, most things can be treated. Most things. But if you're waiting until the minute and it's like too far gone, and then it may not be able to be treated. So I would suggest, you definitely, go talk to someone about what's going on. Okay, so the next one is says take one small action. So basically, what this is saying is, um, so basically, it's saying that just do something in the world. Just take one small action instead of sitting back and complaining, or sitting back accepting the way the world is. Just take one small action into, um, you know, um, to a better world, and it also will make you feel more empowered. So, for example, if you were worried about climate change, stop driving your SUV and start riding a bicycle. It's a small change. Well, yeah, I guess it would be a small change, but it's something that you have control over. So now, even though it's a small change, you took some action, and a lot of times, action makes you feel better. So the next one is going to be apologize for that awkward moment. So I'm just going to read what it says here. Whether you blurted something insensitive to a colleague, or you forgot your sister's birthday, guilt may be quietly poking at you. But by clearing the air, you'll repair any damage or discover that it wasn't the drama you imagined in the first place, right? We often feel as if there's a spotlight on us, and believe other people are thinking about us way more than they really are. And this is from Dr. Miller. Honestly, no one has the time and energy to judge us as harshly as we judge ourselves. So if you were at the cookout, or you were just sitting around talking to friends or family, or your family, and you think that the joke you might have said might have didn't go over as as good as you thought it did, just apologize for it. But more than likely, the person is not thinking about it anyway, but you really never know. But, just to make yourself feel better, just, oh, I did, sorry. I didn't mean for that joke to come across like that. It was a joke, but if I do apologize if it came over, in a way that it was not supposed to or is intended. Just apologize. It was an awkward moment. Let's move on from it. No love lost. Number 6 is going to be a huge one. Limit your social media. It says bad news. Um, on social media, you have people arguing about everything. I know let's see, the two of the major events that I noticed, people were just like so negative and just all over the place. It was one when the pre during election time. So around that time, of course, we all know about that. I won't go into much detail because I want my platform to stay a peaceful place. So we all know about that. And another one was the George Floyd, um, when George Floyd was killed. Rest in peace, George Floyd. So around those two times, social media was in a disarray. It was all type of things going on. People were not, in my opinion, were not respecting each other, and you could just it didn't really matter what platform you were on, whether if you were going to hop on a news platform, either one of those situations or someone's personal. Everyone was just in a just it was just a lot of negativity going on. So sometimes you have to pull yourself away from that because it's too much and it can weigh your mental health, and not even just such huge issues as the elections or the death of George Floyd. It could just be minor things because it's some bullies on the internet, so you have to be very careful. um it says sometimes when you hear people, I mean, see people arguing, sometimes you just want to get your teeth, sip it, and just look. But sometimes it could literally take away your energy. It could leave you stressed and exhausted. It literally takes away your energy. Um, it's called doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is a way. Okay, so it says doom scrolling is a way for your brain to try to maintain control in a very uncontrollable situation in our world. This is from neural psychologist Judy Ho, PhD. But we tend to feel horrible afterwards. Uh, Dr. Ho suggests limiting scrolling to 25 minutes with a hard stop. So basically, if you're on social media for 25 minutes, set the timer. After the 25 minutes, that's it. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go cook some dinner. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to, whatever it is. But you have to be able to put the limit on social media, especially if you're, involved in those negative, you know, if you're seeing negativity on social media because you're taking it in. It causes you to feel stress. Okay, say chew on some cherries. Cherries. I never knew how much I loved cherries in the past, but I realized I really love cherries. So that's plain and simple. Chew on some cherries. It says it contains the antioxidant quercetin. So I'll spell that Quercetin, and this helps promote feelings of calmness. So once you eat those cherries, it's gonna make you feel a lot better. So okay, and you can swap to do with a friend. So if you feel that you've been overwhelmed with your chores, um, ask a friend. That's what friends are for. If you need, basically, for example, something like cleaning out your garage, ask a friend to help you. they can help you break it down into more manageable steps. And not only that, you will have someone there to keep you company, laugh, tell a few jokes with you. So, and you're not just doing it by yourself. It says do a cathartic mini cleanup. It says basically spending just cleaning one spot that's been grossing you out, like the crumb filled sofa cushion or that sticky shelf in your pantry, can give you benefits fast. It requires a little planning and a short burst of physical activity, both of which can reduce stress, says Dr. Deborah Kitson. Um, Plus, think how much better you'll feel when you can sit on the couch without it's making a weird crunchy sound. All right. Um, Next one is log on for support. Um, we For the last 2 years, we've basically went through the pandemic. We all went through it together, right? If you were on any part of this world, you had pandemic just like everyone else. So just the unknown, just going through the unknown of a pandemic, right? And still, the consequences are still showing themselves right now. But says if you're not connecting with others, you might feel that you're the only one who's going through, you know, issues. So sometimes it helps to log on where you can get tips on coping, or of course, come and check out our website. Free consultation so that we could speak. Uh, just realizing, that there's other people that are going through the same thing that you're going through. It will make you feel less isolated and more, like, okay, well, this is not just me that's going through this. Because I think us as humans, we tend to feel that way sometimes, right? To think that we're the only one that's going through a certain situation. For example, sometimes for my clients, when they come to the sessions and they're given their diagnosis, even though it might not be the diagnosis they wanted, but at the same time, it kind of calms them down because it's like, okay, well, it's a name for what I'm going through. So it makes them feel like, okay, I'm not the only one that's dealing with this. It's it's literally a name, a diagnosis for what I'm going through. So that's the first step. So let's work through this. Okay. Says breathe through your feet. When you feel pulled into two directions, you can center yourself by bringing attention to your feet. If you're indoors, take off your shoes and stand tall with your shoulders relaxed. And as you breathe in, notice each toe on the ground, and then feel the entire foot on the ground. And this has a way to really helping you feel in control of your body. And you'll also think, how would I like to respond in this moment? Number 12. Number 12, I'm going to tell you before I even announce it, this is one of my favorites. And I was not able to do this before. That more as I get into my profession and just start, reevaluate what's my priorities currently in my life. Number 12 is counsel something. So look at your calendar, find one thing that you really, really don't have to attend. Like a can go on just fine without you, uh, or a social event you're not feeling psyched about and replace it with nothing. You know your body needs sleep, but it also needs rest, and those are two different things. So, giving yourself permission to do nothing will recharge your battery, lower your blood pressure, and allow you to think more clearly, says Asha Terry, LMSW. So basically, Don't feel if you're tired or you don't feel up to going to this event that's not mandatory, cancel it. But don't replace it with something else. Just cancel it. Get you some rest. I mean, I do that a lot. I make sure that I'm getting my rest, getting my self care because here's the thing. I I have probably about over 30 clients that I see on a weekly basis, you know. So with that being said, that means 30 clients. So that means if I'm not taking care of my I would I would not be able to offer quality care to my clients. So I'm always consciously seeking a way that I can self care. Whether that means okay, yes, I was planning to go to this event, just make an example. I was planning to go to the event, but sorry, not sorry. I won't be able to make it. My body, I'm not going to go into detail with the person about this, but I'm just saying, like, my body is not up to it. My mind is not up to it. I think it would be more beneficial if I was to just sit this one out and just rest. So that's a big thing because I know a lot of people do feel guilty about, if they have something planned. They feel guilty about canceling it. But what you have to remember at the end of the day, you know yourself better than anyone. And if you're not feeling up to something, especially if it's not like a mandatory, because we all know, the difference between something that's mandatory that you attend no matter what. It's something that you were planning on attending, but you really wasn't up to it anyway. So it's like something you could just either cancel or reschedule for a later date, and and just to say, okay, well, I'm consciously looking out for myself, and I need this stuff today. So all right, and say it and move on, and don't feel any guilt behind it. Declutter your fridge door. That's a good one. As a matter of fact, um, well, it's okay one. We don't really do this one. But if you have all these things going on in your fridge door, just take the time and just clean. Don't let it. I mean, clean it off because you've probably been collecting these things since the kids started kindergarten. Now they're getting ready to graduate high school, right? And you still got all the same things on there. So, just take the effort, take a little time to just, make it quick, clear out some of the clutter because at this point it's probably looking a little like clutter. Okay, this is a good one. Make Monday more appealing. So it says on Sunday when the clock starts ticking down to Monday morning, you may experience a wave of anxiety about deadlines, toxic coworkers, or a stressful commute. So it says to dial down the Sunday scaries, schedule something you enjoy for Mondays. Maybe lunch with your favorite colleague, after work drinks with friends, or a night to binge your favorite streaming series. So that's a good one because it took me a long time to really get to the point where I don't really I don't really let's see, how do I want to say this? Okay, so basically, my Monday is the same as my Tuesday, it's the same as my Wednesday, it's all the days are basically the same. I live here in sunny South Florida. I live a few minutes away from Miami, and not even to not only from Miami, but the surrounding areas also have beaches, And I really had to, it took me a while to really process that and really realize just how, you know, blessed I am. And also how much of a it is to say, okay, I don't have to wait till the weekend to enjoy today. I could enjoy every day as if it can. And what I mean by that, I have positioned my schedule so that most of the time, I see around, usually I don't see any of my clients 10 a.m., 10 to 11. You know, it's, of course, it's some special situations that I will see clients earlier. But most clients, I'm not seeing until 10 of 11. So that means that if I choose the night before to stay up all night, I'm not staying up all night, maybe to like 12 or 1 o'clock, working, or maybe watching a movie, or looking at my favorite streaming service, whatever it is, it's not like, okay, um, okay, Lily, you need to go to bed. You got work in the morning. You got to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work. No, I have to position myself so that so that means if I'm not having to get up early, and I'm getting up early in the morning, and most of the times I will get up early too because my dogs outside and they are not letting me sleep too late anyway. But on those few occasions when they are, on a few occasions when they are, it's just nice to have that option. So going back to like my whole point is, and it took me a while to get here. I don't really, so in the past I was anxious when Mondays were approaching because I'm like, oh, not this again, But I think finally, or maybe not finally, but I am definitely working on a path for, for myself that includes not having to feel anxious at the beginning of a week because I have positioned myself that, okay, well, the next day I work, I don't get up early. I don't have to work early morning. So every day is like a weekend where I can stay up late and, eat eat my food or watch a movie or, just sit here and talk to my husband all night, whatever it is. And like I said, I don't I rarely do that. Just the fact that you know have that option. So um, yeah, so I know it's a lot, but just know. And like I said, it took me a lot to accept that. Okay, you don't have to feel anxious about getting up on Monday morning, going on to that job. Because one thing about it, where I'm at now in life, I don't have any anxiety about showing up to work. I went to school a lot of years to even get to this point where I can say this is how I want my schedule to look. So I think I'm basically there. Well, I'm still getting there. I'm still trying to build up my business, of course, things like that. But just where I'm at now, it has allowed me to basically not feel anxious about showing up to work. So now I'm able to just allow my true gifts to show because, of course, the anxiety and just not wanting to be around this toxic environment can distract you away from your true potential. So that's one thing I will say. Now I can just focus on you know everything that Lily Doobie, the therapist, brings. Okay. Right. So the next one is uh, to zone out. Walking is a proven way to relieve stress, especially when your stroll takes you through nature. But the calming effect can get undercut by tense thoughts. So fill your head with a funny podcast. So for example, everyone pretty much knows that when you're walking, it's a good exercise technique, right? But it's also a good way to just get out in nature and just enjoy the beautiful trees, enjoy the beautiful sky. It's just so many things in nature to enjoy. However, if you're using this as a coping skill, which means you're having these big emotions such as anger, you're feeling angry, frustrated, sadness, sometimes just the walking won't turn your mind off, I guess, so to say. So at times you might have to put on like some good music or listen to a nice podcast or just, put those headphones on and so your mind can be distracted while you are paying attention to nature. All right. And just remember you have this. You have all the tools you need to get through whatever you're dealing with. And um, one thing about it, um, if you are having a hard time trying to get through, just get through life, just can't seem to deal with the daily stresses that come along with being in this life, please reach out to us. I am a trained professional. I especially if you're in Florida, because I'm talking to my Florida people, right? I'm licensed in Florida. Um, if are experiencing these type of just need to learn more coping skills to deal with daily life, which most of us do. And you think that we could be a great fit, just reach out to me through ValiateConsultingServices.com. We will be here to help you. Just schedule your consultation and we could go from there. So, like I said, I finished pretty good. I do have a client at one that I need to go for. So I did give you in this lab. It was literally 16 ways to feel calmer now. If you're just coming on now and you were not able to catch all 16 tips, I suggest you start from the beginning and just listen to the tips that I have shared on here, and hopefully it works for you. And this is just like these are just like tips to use in a moment. But if you see yourself needing extra assistance to get through life's daily stressors, or you feel like it's just overwhelming on you or overwhelming to you, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. And one thing about it is if you reach out to me, we schedule a free consultation and we talk. And then at the time you feel that we might not be a perfect, I can also refer you to other professionals in the industry. I do know quite a few professionals, so I'm not opposed to that as well. So, but either way it goes, it comes to you feeling better, right? So that's that's the point at the end of the day, you feeling better. So if the bigger picture of you feeling better is referring you out to someone else, that's that's perfectly fine. So, but I think we have come to the end. I had a fairly short live today, even though it's been almost an hour. You all know I go on and on when I'm talking to my people. So I know you all probably didn't get to catch the live now, but I hope, once you go back and look at it, that you do get some valuable information out of this live. I'm just here to educate. Assist and anything that I can share that maybe you didn't know. I please let me know that it was assistance. did it assisted you in some type of way? I love hearing those type of things. That's one thing about a therapist. Most of the time, you can be doing a great job, but most of the times, no one is going to say anything because of the fact that the therapeutic process is such a private and intimate and discreet, discreet one. So probably wouldn't hear many referrals out in the community, but the person would, you know, uh, start feeling better. So that's the thing about that. But it's okay. It's okay. So I think if I keep on now, I think I'm just gonna be rambling at this point. So I'm gonna let you all go. Everyone have a blessed day. Don't forget to always remember the things that you are grateful for, right? There's so many things to be grateful for in this life. I think sometimes we do get caught up in the everyday living, the struggles of everyday living that we forget, you know, how many things there are to be grateful for. So, just the simple one is you woke up this morning, right? You woke up breathing, obviously, because you have to wake up breathing if you're listening to me. And also another thing, if you're here on this live, you woke up and with the right mind frame to even listen to this live, right? So it's things that's going on positively in your life every day, but sometimes just us as humans, we get stuck on the negativity of life instead of being, feeling blessed about the good things that's going on. So I'm gonna leave you on that note, and I'll see you all. I'll probably be back on Sunday. I'm busy for the rest of the week, so I'll see my next free day. I might do a Saturday night or not Saturday night, Sunday, but next time I come on, I'm going to go into detail uh, for those who may want to become a mental health counselor or a mental health therapist. So I'm gonna just go through the steps of what it takes to, become a mental health therapist. So it probably won't take up the whole lot, but I would definitely go through those steps. So if you want to know anything about that process, please don't miss the next slide because we will definitely get into it. And more so, if you really are thinking about going into that profession and you just really don't know where to start, please join me live. So that way, if you have any questions, we could have that dialogue. All right. So thank you all so much for being here, and I'll talk to you all later. It's your favorite therapist, Lily Dubie. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.